State. Don't be bad! Don't be bad! Don't be bad! We'll get you! We'll get you! Let's go, Root! Let's go, Root! Where's Neo? Yeah! Where's Neo? Don't be bad! Pretty real kick.
Breaking news out of UFC 331 fight week. Arman Tsarukyan headbutts Mauricio Ruffy at the final face-off, and the entire MMA world is buzzing. Tempers boiled over right before fight night, and both men are showing they want this one badly heading into the octagon.
It's fighting is my thing, you know. Like, if someone wants to fight, I'm open. Everybody knows where I'm at, and like, whatever you want, street fight, boxing, or like a burn knuckle.
I saw a video.
First choice, but it's not exactly bad. It's strange. It's strange because obviously the way I had heard it was going, and I'm sure this was reported elsewhere. I don't think I'm breaking any news here, but I think that they wanted to do the rematch between Arman and Charles. What I was hearing was not even necessarily for the BMF title. Actually, that may have not been on the line. Although who knows what they would have agreed to in the end. But they went a different direction. I think Charles, obviously losing his teammate, may have played a factor there, or maybe they just decided to go a different way. But they go this way, and with Ruffy. And I mean, Ruffy got run over by BSD, and it's like if BSD is running you over, who's not a bad fighter, but I don't think he's Arman. Probably is going to go bad. So there's a question of like, is this too much too soon for Ruffy?
Roy Jones Jr. breaking down Arman Tsarukyan's mindset heading into fight week, praising how serious and calm his energy actually was throughout camp. Yet all that composure clearly cracked the moment he stood face to face with Mauricio Ruffy, and fans are still processing what triggered that headbutt.
I couldn't understand him very well too, so he's talking like a English slang.
Okay. I
So
thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun, yeah. But I wish Ruffy could speak more English, and we had a little bit different conversation. It's bad when someone translates and you cannot like talk so much shit.
MMA pros breaking down this matchup in detail, praising Arman Tsarukyan's grappling and picture-perfect striking while respecting Mauricio Ruffy's dangerous unpredictability and improved takedown defense. Both men clearly bring serious threats into the cage, and after that fiery headbutt moment, this fight just got even more must-watch.
Arman Tsarukyan Mauricio Ruffy also fighting on the card.
Oof. That's
a tough fight for Ruffy, man.
Yeah, I think Arman just manages to take him down, elbow him so that he gets a submission. That's what I see happening, but it's a fight, anything can happen. I'm not betting the house, guys.
The way BSD beat Ruffy, like Arman's gonna be able to get him down and do the same thing. I think.
But Ruffy has been,
styles make fights.
He did change up his old training camp. He left the fighting nerds.
That's true.
Australia has been training with Volkanovski, and Volk, I had spoke to him about it. He said when he first came, he was hard to take down, but once he was down on the ground, it was easy to keep him there. He goes, now he's really hard to hold down. So he's definitely making changes, and making some big adjustments. So maybe it'll be more exciting than we think. And Arman, he's been wrestling and stuff, but it's different when you've been out of the cage for this long. You know, so
when you're fighting an unpredictable guy like Ruffy, man, he can throw spinning anything.
It's not going to be comfortable on the feet with this.
He's crazy. And he's long.
I don't care who you are.
Arman's not long. Arman's a smaller guy.
He has one of the best right hands at that weight class. I mean, everything. His whole striking is picture perfect sniper.
I'll tell you one thing. For one of the guys, it's going to be bad for one of them.
I think Arman finds a way to just beat him.
Daniel Cormier praising Arman Tsarukyan's willingness to say yes to any fight, calling this dangerous matchup with Mauricio Ruffy proof of his championship mentality. That same fearless attitude just spilled over at the face-off, and now the entire division is watching to see how it plays out inside the octagon.
Against Mauricio Ruffy. That's a dangerous fight with not as much upside because Ruffy, while he is good, and while he did have that great win at the White House, he doesn't have the name value as Charles Oliveira. Arman Tsarukyan saying yes to this fight, I believe, strengthens his case over anything. The one thing that made it hard for Arman to get the title shot that so many people feel he deserves is because of the way the last fight that he was scheduled with Islam went down. But now he's saying yes to everybody and everything under any type of fighting situation. That makes you the guy that everyone...
Michael Bisping goes deep on both men here, noting Arman Tsarukyan has been out nearly a year staying busy with side quests, while Mauricio Ruffy has stayed active smoking Michael Chandler and knocking out Rafael Fiziev with a beautiful straight right hand. Bisping's confident Arman's grappling gives him the edge, but he isn't disrespecting Ruffy's dangerous power one bit heading into this now personal, headbutt-fueled showdown.
And Arman Tsarukyan is finally returning. Okay, he's taking on Mauricio Ruffy, right? Arman Tsarukyan, we last saw him, what was it? October, November, taking on Dan Hooker, made short work of him, but since then, he's been absent. It's been almost a bloody year. Yes, he's the master of the side quest. Yeah, he's out there wrestling at RAF, he's doing all kinds of shit.
Tsarukyan running Faber off the mat.
He's staying busy. He's certainly staying in the public eye with the help of Nina Drama, flying all over the world in his private jet, doing podcasts, just doing appearances, enjoying life, eating caviar, right? Just living it up, the son of a billionaire. Why wouldn't you do that, right? And he's taking on Mauricio Ruffy. Now, Mauricio Ruffy is a very dangerous guy. We saw him at the White House. He absolutely smoked Michael Chandler. And that was one-way traffic all day long. Against Rafael Fiziev at the start of the year. The man's been busy. This is the third fight of the year, by the way. Against Fiziev, second round, knocked him out. I think it was a straight right hand, right? Beautiful shot, took him out. But before that, it was Paris, Benoit Saint-Denis. And Benoit Saint-Denis absolutely ragdolled him before getting a submission due to face crank in the second round, right? And if Benoit Saint-Denis can ragdoll Mauricio Ruffy all around the place, then you better bet your bottom dollar that Arman Tsarukyan can.
Arman Tsarukyan showing pure confidence here, claiming he beat Islam Makhachev himself in a freestyle wrestling match and calling it easy money. That same unshakable self-belief was on full display at the face-off, and Mauricio Ruffy now has to prove he can match that level of confidence when the cage door closes.
You think you could beat Islam in a wrestling match?
Freestyle wrestling, yeah. For me, it's easy money. There is levels in this game, you know?
Wow. You think you could beat anyone when it's just wrestling?
With wrestling?
Yes.
From MMA, yes.
Luke Tracy respectfully questions why a #1 contender like Arman Tsarukyan, in his absolute prime since beating Charles Oliveira at UFC 300, is even taking this fight, while Mauricio Ruffy is still climbing the ranks. Bold take, but it only adds more fuel to a face-off that already turned physical before either man threw a real punch.
The other top 3 fucking fighters in this division, all right? And, you know, no disrespect to Ruffy, he's a sick fighter, but he's not at this level. Okay? And yeah, at some point, I'd like to see Ruffy prove that he can beat a grappler, but there are other grapplers that he can face in the meantime, while Arman Tsarukyan, who is at his pinnacle, in his prime, and has been in his prime since UFC 300, where he beat Oliveira, fights fighters that are the best in the world. Ruffy is still climbing the ladder. Ruffy can fight Pimblett, who is, like himself, climbing the ladder. The difference is Tsarukyan is not at a point where he should still be climbing the ladder. A #1 contenders fight, you're there. You've made it. You're on the verge of fighting for the belt. I don't consider that climbing the ladder. Why are we at this point when we have Ilia Topuria, Justin Gaethje, and Charles Oliveira all in the same fucking division? Why is he fighting anyone else?
Michael Bisping reminds fans this isn't Arman Tsarukyan's first headbutt controversy, referencing his last fight against Dan Hooker where the exact same thing happened. Bisping believes a win over Mauricio Ruffy locks in a title shot for good, with massive Armenian crowd support behind him in Los Angeles. Ruffy's spinning wheel kick highlight reel proves he's dangerous, but Bisping still favors Arman's grappling to get the job done, headbutt controversy, and all following him into this fight.
Now, it's been a bit of a bumpy ride for Arman Tsarukyan. We know back in the day, he punched a fan on the way to the octagon. That didn't go down too well. Then he gets a title shot, and he pulls out at the last minute, and Moicano steps in. Last time out, headbutts Dan Hooker, right? So he hasn't been getting a title shot, right? With a win over Mauricio Ruffy, he gets a title shot 100%. And the man who he would face would be Justin Gaethje, because Ali Abdelaziz just came out recently and said Justin is still going to fight. He's going to continue, but he wants only huge fights.
2027, we'll see Justin Gaethje fighting.
He's not going to fight for the rest of the year. He's already fought twice this year, wants to take a little break. The man deserves it. Take some time off, rest up all those bumps and bruises, right? But if Arman Tsarukyan beats Mauricio Ruffy, and I'll say it early, right? He probably will. He'll probably just do what Benoit Saint-Denis did. Mauricio Ruffy, he's awesome to watch. I mean, look at that spinning wheel kick over Bobby Green, right? It was phenomenal, but more than likely, he's going to get taken down. Arman Tsarukyan, especially in Los Angeles, right, with a massive Armenian community, right, he's going to have a lot of support in the building. That's why he's on the card. That's why he was fighting Islam Makhachev there, right? He's probably going to ragdoll him, but he's going to have to make some noise on the microphone, because Ali said for Justin Gaethje, it's only going to be a big...
Ariel Helwani calls this a fight nobody saw coming, confirming Arman Tsarukyan landing in Los Angeles against Mauricio Ruffy instead of the expected Justin Gaethje or Charles Oliveira matchups. Makes total sense given the massive Armenian community backing him there. Nobody predicted this pairing, and now nobody predicted that explosive headbutt at the face-off either.
The biggest news, though, we all expected that to happen. We didn't know quite when. There was some talk at some point of Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes in September. That's obviously not happening. The biggest news, though, Arman Tsarukyan is on this card. And this is big news because he spends a lot of time in LA. There's a huge Armenian population in LA. It's a no-brainer. I think a lot of people thought it was going to be Arman versus Justin. Not going to happen. Too quick of a turnaround for Justin. All right, Arman versus Charles BMF. Not going to happen. It's Arman Tsarukyan against Mauricio Ruffy in a fight no one's...
Carlos Prates and Ian Gary weighing in on the fallout from this entire fight week, reacting to how things have unfolded around Mauricio Ruffy. When names this big in the welterweight division start reacting publicly, you know this matchup and everything surrounding it, including that shocking headbutt at the final face-off, has completely taken over MMA conversation. Both fighters have their camps rallying behind them, and the intensity from the build-up alone suggests fight night itself could be an absolute war. Fans are split down the middle trying to figure out who provoked who first, but one thing's certain: this rivalry has officially become personal heading into the cage. Carlos Prates and Ian Gary weighing in on the fallout from this entire fight week, reacting to how things have unfolded around Mauricio Ruffy. When names this big in the welterweight division start reacting publicly, you know this matchup and everything surrounding it, including that shocking headbutt at the final face-off, has completely taken over MMA conversation. Both fighters have their camps rallying behind them, and the intensity from the build-up alone suggests fight night itself could be an absolute war. Fans are split down the middle trying to figure out who provoked who first, but one thing's certain: this rivalry has officially
and you would
become
think that Arman Tsarukyan is going to be able to exploit that same flaw by taking down Mauricio Ruffy and landing shots on top, and then I'm expecting an arm triangle submission for Arman Tsarukyan here. That's what I reckon's going to happen. Maybe he gets a TKO to make a statement, but I do think he's going to have a massive advantage in the grappling against Mauricio Ruffy here. But Ruffy does pose a threat. You know, we've seen Arman Tsarukyan wobbled before. He's been KO'd earlier in his career. When I landed that knee to his body in our grappling match, I did...
Carlos Prates and Ian Gary weighing in on the fallout from this entire fight week, reacting to how things have unfolded around Mauricio Ruffy. When names this big in the welterweight division start reacting publicly, you know this matchup and everything surrounding it, including that shocking headbutt at the final face-off, has completely taken over MMA conversation. Both fighters have their camps rallying behind them, and the intensity from the build-up alone suggests fight night itself could be an absolute war. Fans are split down the middle trying to figure out who provoked who first, but one thing's certain: this rivalry has officially become personal heading into the cage.